All right, so this is something that I found earlier today, and I was actually looking up. Y'all can't see it. Let me see. MasterCard and Patreon. So I was just looking this up, and first thing that I saw was actually this 5 hours ago. Demands critics account closed. MasterCard. It's a little scary. So if you are a critic of certain things, they can close your credit card down. Then I was looking at this. This is from like something like 10 days ago or something. August 2nd. Patreon payments to creators fall after fan payments flagged as fraud. Many creators are reporting a drop in income from 30% to 50%. Year's worth of progress on Patreon has been erased for me and for many others. It's ridiculous that they'd stay silent during this fiasco. Not so much as a tweet regarding investigation. I'm at a 74 wow with 30% decline. Many affected creators are accusing the company of being slow to respond. Patreon has not promised action has now promised action, but for many artists the damage has already been done. Hi everybody. As you know, we're noticing an unexpected high number of payment declines. We're sorry for the frustration this has caused, and we're doing all we can to help creators get paid by working with our payment partners and continuing to retry payments. More information. So I was looking at that, and this is a weird thing. This just came out. What is today? It came out today. Here are the tech companies that help keep hate groups online operation running. Silicon Valley still profits off extremists a year after Charlottesville. Sure, I can't say it. For some reason today, I can't say that. Probably should take this thing out of my mouth, though. But if you look at here, in response to the violence, which left counter demonstrator left her dead from that. Let's see. Far right figures were booted off Twitter. Domain host companies shut down. Neo forums like Stormfront, and one of the most immediately recognized figures in the latest rebirth of the racist white movement that branded itself as an alternative to the likes of the Ku Klux Klan. Groups have been reportedly kicked from fundraising platforms. But 1 year later, many of the most well-documented hate groups, and this is crazy. So get down here to the good stuff. But such while major content providers, Apple, Spotify, Facebook, and YouTube have taken to give the appearance that they are cracking down on hate. Payment processing systems, and especially Stripe, haven't even done that much. Continued to allow its to collect profit via their service. So they're telling card companies not to make money. It's a little insane. As do many in the ranks of 2.0 form of white. This is progress, by the way. Progress is not taking away people's rights, by the way. I think people should be able to talk, be able to for you to be able to know what they're thinking, so it doesn't get put into a group that's has a compound. I mean, seriously, this is what y'all are trying to start, it seems like. Because if they're not allowed to talk to each other, they're just going to get together. They're going to have a compound. We're going to have something like Waco, but it's going to be a real group, not just a group that's a church group. But let's see. Saw it here earlier. I'm not going to play that. And this is another one that came out on the 2nd. Breitbart tech expert calls for regulation on Silicon Valley's progressive racket. So this was before all this started, right? Yeah, it happened on the 6th. So this is like 5 days before, or 4 days. Both companies denied any political motivation and insist they're merely trying to prioritize healthy and meaningful conversation. Insiders at both, however, have admitted to targeting figures and topics of interest to conservative users. In response, Senator Ted Cruz. Okay, I'm still sick of them putting the R or the D or the I or whatever. Has argued that Facebook insist on making editorial judgments rather than acting as the neutral public forum. It claims to be. The government should revoke the platform's immunity against potential being held liable for third-party material. Every time they push something, they push it to Gab, but Gab isn't it like their web service is Microsoft, and Microsoft just came out and said that if you have hate speech on your games, even, that you will be kicked off their platform. And I'm pretty sure Gab is, I forgot what Gab's, let's see. See if this will come up in it. Free Speech Network. The all right to build its own internet. Want to build its own internet. That's kind of interesting. Oh, they're calling Gab. Microsoft, see? This is it. Microsoft demands violent threats to be removed from Gab AI. So even though y'all think that Gab is the place that free speech won't be stomped on, hate speech will be taken off. Breaking: Gab's hosting provider, Microsoft Azure, has given us 48 hours to take action on 2 posts, or they will pull our service, and Gab will go down for weeks/months. So I know everybody keeps saying go there, go to Steam, go to BitChute. If their web service is owned by a big company, they have control over it. So this is something that we're seeing with Alex Jones, with everybody, with Gavin McInnes. The bad thing is I can't think of anybody on the left. I know there are people on the left that are getting kicked off, but the people that are the loudest and you hear about the most are on the right. And I don't know if that's just them yelling. They have more supporters that are more loud about it, more demonstrations about it, more. I don't know if it's just more people that are into those type of people and they are still on a platform. I know the Proud Boys got kicked off everything, and so did Gavin McInnes. But Microsoft said it would extend the 2-day period if Gab chose to migrate elsewhere. What? That appears to be with the removal of the post, and the company didn't elaborate on what might occur if a similar violation occurred in the future. Facebook has a 3-strike policy within 90 days for hosting video, while Twitter can opt to freeze an account until tweets are removed. But Microsoft isn't a social network. In the past, Gab has sent some bright lines banning Andrew, I can't say that name, known as a Weave Notorious, as both a troll and grifer, allegedly harassing people online for the joy of it. And in recent years, as a apparent non-ironic adopter of the neo-Nazi symbolize. Gab suspended for threatening and terrorism. Let's see. Oh, Roy Potter is live. Cool. Go check that out after I get this done. But I might have trouble finding a new home. Google has already... You sons of a bitch. Google has already blocked the service app from its Play Store, and its one-time domain booted it last September. The company sued Google, alleged it blocked the app for antitrust reasons, but withdrew the suit shortly afterwards. It said it found a new... Wow. In the wake of Alex Jones and his InfoWars conspiracy-based empire being banned and restricted by Apple. Okay, so it's funny. People will say, on one side, they'll say it's a conspiracy-based. Other side, it'll be alt-right based. So you can see who's writing this and what they want to be taken down. You're going to see more of it say conspiracy-based because that's going to be what's the driving factor of getting people kicked off. It's not going to be the right because people are smarting up and knowing that that's why people are getting kicked off. The DDoS and other attacks that can disable a site or access to it. Cloudflare doesn't technically host content, but acts as a firebreak in relaying content from site to web browser. So, let's see. Breaking, yeah. I'll delete the post, but this is a violation of our rights as Americans. Having to self-censor on Gab this most likely means that the vendors and service providers that Gab depends on will force even more censorship. Me self-censoring these 2 posts solves no problem in the end. I may be in the wrong. Let's see. Open it up. I may be in the wrong deleting these posts, but I am making a snap judgment call at A. We will have no rights until... Wow. That even needs to be deleted, bud. That's terrible to say. See, that should be taken off. That is hate speech. So, thought I'd get this out there. Didn't think it would be... I just opened that up because it popped to my mind. So, peace. Have a good rest of the day. Stay positive. And don't let these people take over your mind.